I recently made a knife trade. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Hello everybody, hope y'all are doing good out there. So, the other day, well this was a few weeks ago I reckon, I was at church and a friend of mine and I were talking. And anyways, he pulled out a knife and showed it to me. And it was a nice knife, it was a case trapper. And I took a look at it and so on, told him it was a really nice knife and so on. Well, a few weeks after that, he come walking up to me and handed me a tin, and I could see the tin said case on it, and he was trying to give it to me. Now, of course, that was so nice of him to think about that and to go and do that. And of course, I opened up the tin and looked at it, and it was that case trapper that I had told him was so nice. And so I immediately told him, "Thank you very much. I'll take it on the condition that we do a trade." And I say this a lot of times because it's so nice when somebody gives you a knife. It means a lot. It's sentimental because that knife will always be held to their memory when you carry it. But at the same time, I don't like people to just give me knives, especially if they don't have a whole lot of them themselves. So I usually try to orchestrate a trade. I'll give you some knives you like, or I'll give you a knife you like in trade for this one you're giving me. And so that's what I told him, and we've managed to work out a trade. Now, he didn't tell me specifically what he wanted, but I wanted to pick something that would give him a good variety. So I know he's got some knives, but I decided to give him two of my favorites. I decided to give him a case peanut and to give him a case SodBuster in this trade. And the SodBuster is a yellow-handled SodBuster with a carbon steel blade, and the peanut is my orange peanut that I got a while back. That knife is so light, and it's so slim, and it just feels so good in the hand, and he don't have a peanut, so I thought that would be a perfect knife, because I like the peanut a whole lot, and I've got quite a few of them, and so I thought I'd give him a peanut. So I'm going to give him the orange carbon steel SodBuster, the full size, and I'm going to give him a peanut. That way it's a big knife and a little knife, and some he can enjoy. And at the same time, I'm getting one that I'll enjoy. So this is the trade right here. It has this nice tin with it. You can see right here, it's a dark cinnamon swirl Kirinite smooth trapper. Tin 254 SS with tin. See, it was made there 6/1 of 22. I don't have the knife in the tin here. But nevertheless, I'll show you inside the tin. You've just got your foam or whatever it is. And you got this little doodad. And then down in the bottom here, you're going to have just your normal case papers you always get in a box. So that right there is the tin. I never store my knives in the tins. I feel like it would hold moisture. I don't know if it would or not, but I normally put them in my knife drawer or in a knife case or something along those lines is the way I normally go about it. Nevertheless, I do have the knife right here. So this is the knife we worked out in the trade. What do y'all think about it? It's a Kirinite knife, and it's really pretty, isn't it? This is called, as you saw, Dark Cinnamon Swirl. And I thought it's kind of odd that they named it cinnamon. I would have named it like cherry or raspberry or maroon or something. But nevertheless, regardless of the name, the knife's absolutely beautiful. These are the classic Kirinite handles. And Kirinite knives are some that I've been trying to add to the collection here. Here you can see the nickel silver bolsters. I did shine and buff this knife up, clean it up real good and sharpen it. But you got your beautiful nickel silver bolsters. You got your nice brass pins. Got your Kirinite in between. You got your brass back springs. There I go again, brass liners, and your stainless steel back springs. You can also see here that it's got a Spar X badge, which I'll come back to in a minute. Some people say that's pronounced Sparks, but it's spelled S-P-A-R-X, so however you want to say it. Let me get the main blade open. This is a stainless steel knife, as most cases knives are, and y'all know I like their stainless. I'll tell you, the main blade on the trapper is such a great blade. It's so useful. and it's just an absolutely great blade. I like it so much. It's just so useful. It's one of them blades. You may look at it and say, I don't like the California clip shape. I like it, but some people don't. But then you use it, and after you use it for a while, you just decide, wow, it's such a good blade. It's just excellent. The Trapper blade has to be about the best ever made. It's just a great blade. Here we got our Tang stamp. You can see here it's a 2022. I'm going to try to make this video a little shorter than I usually do. I don't mean to talk so much, but I just talk too much. Yeah. Nevertheless, here's our spade blade. We were joking just the other day that this is the peanut butter blade. And that's what it is. It's the peanut butter spreader. It's a great blade for tasks like that. The Trapper, in my opinion, in this configuration, the classic configuration, is optimized. I mean, if you think about it here, you got a sharp tip. You got a thin blade. Excellent for slicing. That's going to be your main blade. Then you got a secondary blade. It's got a tip, but the tip is far blunter than the other one. If you want to slice, but you don't want to pierce, use this blade. It's a nice complement. You don't have to have a sharp point on every blade. As long as you got a sharp point with you, at least that's the way I feel about it. Sometimes it's very nice to have a blade that's not so sharp on the end. At the same time, you've got basically the same length blade. Let me get them lined up here. There we go. See, they're basically the same length. But to go a step beyond them being the same length, if you'll notice, they have almost the same edge profile. See that right there? They're almost identical. The only difference is the spade blade has just a little more belly, but really nothing. And after you sharpen it for a few years, that belly might disappear. Nevertheless, they're almost identical in terms of cutting edge, but one of the big differences you're going to get is the thickness. If we take a look at this main clip blade, see how it goes from a super sharp point and it gradually gets thicker all the way back to the handle here. Why, on the spade blade, we're getting it thick all the way back. It starts thick and ends thick. See that? The only place where it narrows down a little bit is that tip, and that tip's still very stout. So this is your hard use blade, where the other one you can keep sharper. They're great blades. They work good together. And you also get that brass liner down the middle. It makes the Trapper super strong. Also, the ergonomic design of the Trapper. Rounded bolster at the back. Fits perfect in the palm of your hand. The blade's not too long to use your finger as a depth gauge. It's comfortable cutting forward, cutting sideways, cutting towards you. The Trapper is a classic for a reason. It's an absolutely great knife. Here we can see our Tang stamp. 10 to 54. 10 means Kirinite. 2 means 2 blades. 54, this is a full-size case Trapper. Coming in at 5 1/8 inches. Sorry, 4 1/8 inches. We'll compare some other knives to it here in just a minute. But, oh, just a beautiful knife. It's in really good shape, too. It's got maybe a few minor dents on the back spring. But that happens when you use a knife, if you drop it or something. It's really nice. And so I'm super happy with this trade, and I'm thankful for him to want to do this trade. That's nice, because when I carry this knife, I remember him, and that makes this knife one of the most special knives in the collection. But let's compare this knife to some others I've got here. First, we're going to notice the shield. As I said, this is a Spar X shield, or Sparks shield. I'm going to say Spar X probably, just because that's what I'm the most used to. You can see the green sparkles in it. Well, the one that I'm the most familiar with is the red one that they put on their white knives. Now, this is a peanut, so it's a smaller shield, so it might be harder to see the sparkles, but you can see them in there. You'll also have to excuse all the buffing compound on my fingers. You get that down under your skin sometimes, and I've been buffing and I can't get it off. But nevertheless, this is a pretty white peanut in it. The peanut's a great pattern. Nevertheless, getting off track there. This one has the red Spar X badge. And then recently, y'all may have saw the video, I had went to, I guess it was like a knife trade / knife show or whatever, and I found this green Kirinite peanut, which is my only other Kirinite knife besides this Trapper. And it has a white shield with the sparkles in it. So I now have found 3 Kirinite shields, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, these shields remind me of the older shields Case used to make in the 80s. The overall shape's very similar. But let's do some size comparisons now between some other knives for those out there who aren't familiar with the Trapper. So one of the most commonly compared is going to be the 75 pattern Stockman. It's a 4 1/4 knife, 3 blade, and it's got a square bolster on each end. Its blade is not quite as long as the Trapper, but the handle is just a speck longer than the Trapper. And of course, the mini Trapper is always going to be a popular knife to compare because it's called a mini Trapper, but really it's not a small knife. It's really only it's medium sized. It's 3.5 inches. It's perfect pocket carry for most people. Some people believe that the full size Trapper is a little too big, and I completely understand that. Also here we've got a case rust lock, which is 4 inches about if you're counting the knife when it's closed, looking at the tang there to flip it open, but it's about 3 5/8 or so when it's folded up. I mean the handle itself, when it's folded up. When I'm filming this video, we're currently doing the 18 pattern challenge here in the first part of October. I don't know when I upload this video if we'll still be doing that or not, but nevertheless, here's an 18 pattern Stockman to compare to a full-size Trapper. And one of the most popular knives of all time is going to be the Case SodBuster Jr. Such a great knife, such a user knife. That's the carbon steel version. You can see the patina there, right on them knife blades. And for the last two, this one's kind of an oddity, but it's still pretty neat. This is a case sleeve board. You don't see these near as often. This one's in real mother of pearl, as you can see. That's pen knife. And lastly, we'll bring the peanut in and let the peanut make another appearance. There's the peanut. So as you can see, the Trapper's a good knife, but because of the shape of it, it's a big knife, but because of the shape of it, it's still comfortable to carry. So yeah, this knife is special because of who it came from. That's what makes this knife special, and the memory from it and so on. I hope he likes the ones I'm trading to him. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll like the full-size SodBuster. I think that'll be the first carbon steel knife he has. But I'm also hoping he grows to like the peanut like I do. That orange one is really, really handsome-looking knife. It's a good lightweight, feels good in the hand. I've got it super sharp, super clean, and of course got all the original box with them and everything. So let me know what you think of the trade. Like I say, it's super fun to trade knives because you each get something unique. Carry the other for a while, you enjoy it, then you're ready to switch it out for something else. You each get something unique, something you can carry, something you can enjoy. At the same time, if you trade with somebody you love, why, then you got the memory of who it came from. And so all around, knife trading is just super fun. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good day, and keep your knives sharp.